Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still relatively new. It is under a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. A big thank you to everybody who does that today, and a big thank you to everyone who is already subscribed, already my viewer. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I will always thank you with every video because I know without you my channel would not be what it is today. Those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames called Perception, the Two Yet One. This is book 1, which I've read out loud live on Facebook, and I've uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for absolutely free, just so you can check out my story, see how you like it. If you've already read book 1 or watched all of those videos, just know that book 2 is already published and available. These beautiful, very well-made paperbacks are available on Kindle Direct Publishing for only $15.99 plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, your shipping will be free. Okay, so today, if you did not see the post that I made, I am going to be celebrating Mother all month long. Here in the United States where I am, this month is Mother's Day. And so I'm going to do what I did in February, where I just took the entire month. That month was Valentine's Day, so I got my messages through different goddesses of love each week. And so this month I'm going to do that, but with mother energies that are specifically mother. This week we are asking Mother Mary. Okay, I've got the beautiful Empress card here from the tarot I was using last week, the Tarot of the Divine. This is the Virgin of Guadalupe. I've got my bottle of water from Lourdes, France over here. I've got my beautiful stone that I got near Valentine's Day a few years back. I got it out of my yard. It was a lot more red than it is now. And there's a heart on this side, and it was red. But when I turned it over, this looks like her silhouette to me. You know, you can find Jesus and Mary and a bunch of stuff. Well, that's mine. Plus, when I turned it over and I saw the heart, I was like, whoa. I got my Virgin of Guadalupe over there as well, and I've got Mother Mary here. So this week, I'll be using the medieval Scapini tarot deck. This is a vintage deck. It is the same kind of deck that I first used when I first started reading tarot a long time ago. This is not my actual personal deck, but it is vintage. It was, this was, the copyright here is 1985. So, I got this deck, and the deck that I clarify with, the Rider Tarot, through a miracle through Mother Mary. And so, if you want to know the story about that, I made a video on it, and there's a link in the description box below about it. It's called The Story of My Miracle, February 2021. I really wanted this deck because of the imagery that's in it. It relates to Christianity. And so check that out. You can find all the links for my books, to purchase my books, to watch me reading book 1 aloud, everything like that. My Facebook authors page. There's some links in there for my friend April. She's super awesome. Check her out too. I do offer personal readings as well. Okay, so all of that stuff is in the description box below. Now this week I have been preparing for a while, and a few weeks ago I ordered some new decks, and so this week I'm going to be using one of them. At the end of this reading, I'm only going to pull one card from this oracle deck, this beautiful Mother Mary oracle from Alana Fairchild. Alana Fairchild is the same creator who created the Isis deck, and so these are very deep. I just did Virgo's reading, and what their card said literally brought tears and emotion to me, so because it resonated with stuff that I had gone through. And I'm very, very close to Mary. There's some story, some videos about the story of my life down in the description box below, and how my life, I was visited by Mary, visitation when I was 16, and how what has happened since, what I found out since. So my story is down there also in the description box below. So, all right, so like I said, I would clarify with the Rider Tarot. I already said that stuff. So, okie dokie. Now, as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will, and I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint, and that is the plan that you made for your life, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain poignant lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and the wisdom of your soul. If you are able to continue to raise the vibration and the wisdom of your soul lifetime after lifetime, you eventually get to a place where you are the epitome of human existence, and I believe that's when people become enlightened. Now, you may notice that today I said that different, that if you are able to continue to raise your soul's vibration, because if you remember the Jacob's Ladder story in the Bible, I believe that what the angels were saying there is that you can go up and down in vibration. So you could have a very high vibrational, very wise life, and then your next life, if you just kind of let go and just start doing evil, well, then your vibration goes down. So that's what's going on with your major arcana cards. It's kind of like fate, but not really, because free will can change anything. Like I said, you can, your next lifetime, you could do a bunch of evil. It's free will. There are times, though, where we write things into our divine blueprint that we absolutely cannot change. And those times are indicated to me through the Wheel of Fortune card, which you don't have. Okay? So let's get started here. What we have here, right here at the heart of everything for you at this time, Capricorn, is the Falling Tower. Okay? Man, this deck's artwork is really cool. This, like I said, this is vintage. This was done in the 80s. It was copyrighted 85, so Luigi Scapini was probably creating these images all in the beginning of the 80s. So I'm sure it took him a long time to put this together. Now, this is in reverse for you, though, okay? So the Tower in reverse, especially for this deck, is when you are under continued oppression. You might be living in a rut, or you may be unable to affect any worthwhile change. It's like you're imprisoned, or you're stuck in an unhappy situation here. Now, because this is the Tower, which represents major sudden change, the reversal means like major no change, and like delays, and the opposite of sudden. So but this is a major arcana card here, Capricorn. So what this is saying is, pay attention here to this particular energy. This is one of the lessons in your life. Yeah, you were meant to experience this rut, this inability to change at this point. It's teaching you, or it's supposed to be anyway. So meditate on what that is, trying to teach you. What life lesson, would that be? Well, we'll probably find out as we go here. All right, so the next energy that we have is the Seven of Wands, and the Wands is fire energy, okay? That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Now, you look at this, most of the times, okay, the Seven of Wands is like a conflict, but you have the upper hand. If you remember the last two decks that I was using, the seven, well, gosh, now I can't remember the Divine Tarot one, but I can remember the Forest one, and it was the Wyvern with the little gnomes everywhere that didn't like him because he was different, okay? And this story is a little bit different. I said, check out the book. I'm like, okay. Totally interrupted me. All right, so This is a flushed, fanatic speaker uses 7 clubs as his podium. He waggles one finger at his listeners while making the sign of victory with the other hand. The listener in yellow expresses doubt, while the man dressed in black rags shows despair. A strong young sportsman dressed in white listens attentively. Meanwhile, a man in the violet costume of pantalon de bisognosi, bisognosi, the Venetian mask character, receives gold coins from the bodice of the woman in blue. Oh, there goes the landline. Oh, I'm not even holding this up. Sorry, guys. The artist was inspired by a scene in Hyde Park, London, but scenes like this have taken place in cities all over the world. All right, well, this means success, gain, overcoming obstacles and challenges, surmounting overwhelming odds, advantage, and victory. So yeah, this is this rut that you're in, you're going to be victorious over it. You know, it may look kind of like a conflict, but you've got this. Okay? He's got everybody's attention. You may even be angry, you know? You may have to get up in front of people in order to do this and really just speak your mind passionately, but also in a way that you're not really hurting anyone, because that's, you know, you've got the upper hand. You've got this. You can do this. So that's good energy crossing this falling tower. Now, what's at the root of everything here is the King of Cups, okay? So the King of Cups in reverse is somebody, this is a people card, okay? It's a king. So this is a mature energy. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This is love and intuition, okay? So this would be a mature person, but they're not in their right energy right now. They're in their shadow energy. And so this is someone who has an artistic temperament. For this particular deck, this says double dealing and dishonesty, scandal, loss, ruin, injustice, crafty person without virtue. So this could be an older, or rather a mature masculine energy, and I'm not saying man or woman, a masculine energy. It could even be a water sign, but this is somebody with a temper that is trying to get away with something, basically. Somebody who has power because he's a king. Okay, so this is somebody who is very crafty, and there's definitely some injustice here involved. However, you have this upper hand here. You're going to prevail over this here, Capricorn. So now the next energy that we read is the energy moving out of your life at this time, and this is the Five of Swords. And in the reverse, the Five of Swords is all about like gossip and you know, a conflict that's really cutting and people getting one up on each other and stuff like this. But this is in the reverse. Also, the 5 is the number of change, and since you're in the rut right now, also I'm feeling like the change is, this is what is your recent past that's moving out of your life at this time. So just the number 5 by itself, the change is moving out of your life at this time as you are in a rut. However, you're going to overcome that. But still, that's the message between that. That change is leaving your life. Air, swords is air energy, which is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. And but this in reverse is another victory. Okay, this is crap. This is enemies. Okay, but this is victory. This is victory over these things that are like slander or jealousy or even over personal problems. Okay, but this, for this particular deck, this says uncertain outlook, chance of loss or defeat, weakness, possible misfortune befalling a friend, seduction and burial. That's interesting. So this is saying two very different things, because this can be victory, but this particular deck is saying this is uncertain. This was also a loss or a defeat. This was possibly weakness, right? This misfortune may have befallen this friend. Okay, now this is why I like to use the meanings that go with these decks. These are, I always say that tarot decks have people put in a lot of thought and hard work, not just in the images that are meant to inspire your intuition, you know, but also the work and the stories that go behind the go, you know, go that they are made from. So I do like to stick with those energies because I feel like you're getting different messages even though they may be the same cards. It is simply because I decided to use this deck today. Okay, so moving on here, these are your two future cards, and they're both right side up. So, and they're both really good, okay? This one is the Nine of Cups, okay? So, wow, you know, I love this. I love this particular Nine of Cups because I just love the cups, you know? What kind of artwork is this? Is it like ancient Greek artwork, or is it Minoan or something? But I don't know. I just really like these cups here. We've got this feminine here, angel. All right. What is going on here? I've never noticed this eye before. What the heck? Oh, they're gonna make me get out the book. You know, this deck is modeled after the Rider-Waite, which is why I can use the meanings and stuff that I use for the Rider-Waite and for other decks, but they still want me to look at this here. I didn't really want to use their book for every single one here because it slows me down. But you know, I don't want to not listen to my intuition because, well, it's Mary. She is part of my higher self, so she's telling me to listen to her. Okay, so this is material attainment, well-being, abundance, good health, victory, and difficulties surmounted. This is the wish fulfillment card. This is where you're happy. Okay, this is happy because your wishes have come in. But what was that eye? Card is ruled by the ancient figure of Victory, who blows a trumpet and holds the laurel wreath. The prow of the ship below is guarded by Saint Lucy, the patron of illumination and wisdom, who is symbolized by an eye. Ah. 9 cups are decorated with the figures of pregnant women. Really? They're all pregnant? Oh, I see that now. Look. Wow, that's neat. Okay. See what happens when you listen to your higher self? All right, so the next energy we have here is the Fool. Okay, so this is a major arcana card, and this is the first one. Okay, this is the very beginning of the major arcana. This is the beginning of the spiritual path. This is the beginning of the trusting in spirit that it takes here. Okay, so this is a leap of faith a lot of the times, but it's always a new beginning. You see that it's a 0. 0 is feminine. 1 is masculine. Okay, I mean, so this starts with a feminine number. Also, this is an Aries energy, and the falling tower is also an Aries energy because of Mars here. So what you've got here are 2 Aries energies next to each other. So there may be an Aries involved here, just mentioning it just in case. But Aries energy is Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, which is why it's related to the Fool, because this is the first of the major arcana. And it takes that spirit, it takes that energy that Aries have to begin. Aries are cardinal signs who are beginners. They start things and they have all the passion, fire, energy that they need to do it. So this Fool here is okay, the divinatory meaning in this particular book is just too long. I'm not reading it, okay? And it's a lot of things that go back and forth of what it could be. But I'm just going to tell you that I think that there's going to be a new spiritual journey here for you. Period. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I kept saying about it. This is, yeah, I was down here looking at these designs here. I was thinking those were cups too, but he is standing on water. Look, that's an alligator or a crocodile or something down there. Yeah, this is about spirit, because he's this, look at all this water, that's subconscious as well, and the flow of things. Yeah, he doesn't realize that there's a lion chewing on his leg, so he is obviously a giant, yet he's innocent. Yeah, this is wish fulfillment, okay? Happiness, because you're going to start again. Um, See, you've got this, you're living in a rut over here. So what I feel like you're being told is to recognize how unhappy you were here. Remember how unhappy you were while you were stagnating, while you were stuck, because you're getting unstuck. Because you're going to have this new beginning, which is going to bring you wish fulfillment. Okay, this is going to happen first. This is a major, major energy. Okay, that's really beautiful. All right, so the next energy that we read is the energy that is your hope. And it is the Six of Swords. Okay, now most of the time this is moving on. Okay, the Six of Swords is well, usually when you're moving on from choppy waters to calm waters, or this can be a journey over water. This can be a mental journey of discovery where you ask a bunch of questions which lead you ask a question, you get the answer gives you more questions, and so you keep going, which is science, right? This is definitely a journey. But this right here, I believe this is the story of St. Paul, who fell off his horse because he was hit by an epiphany. This is a brand new beginning. Let me just check and see if that's right. I'm pretty sure that that's St. Paul. I don't want to say anything. Holy crap, I turned right to it. Don't you love when that happens? Six of Swords form a mandala with an illuminated center, indicating sudden enlightenment by divine grace. The hilts of the swords are messages sealed with black ribbon and blazing with light. The writer, St. Paul, falls from his horse on the road to Damascus when God makes his presence known to him. The horse rears in fear, and Paul is blinded by the divine presence. So, yep, a trip or journey, travel, voyage, route, headstrong attempt to overcome difficulties, expedient manner, and success after anxiety. So, yeah, you are moving on, but it's more than that. From these things that I'm being shown, I think that you are hoping for an epiphany, for God to strike you and say, hey, yo, it's time to be the fool and start your spiritual journey. This is your spiritual journey. You're being led. God, you're hoping that God will basically knock you off your horse and tell you it's time to go. This is God saying, I'm getting you out of your rut. You just have to listen. Okay? And this is also, this is the headstrong attempt to overcome difficulties. Well, dude, or, chick, whatever you are, the falling tower is this difficulty. This King of Cups down here, who's at the root of it, you're going to have this victory, okay? And I think you're going to have it quick. Now, swords is mental energy. It's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It's logic. It is intellect, okay? So I'm thinking that if you contemplate something, we'll do a little meditation / contemplation, you just might get this epiphany, okay? Oh, I just heard pray. Yep, pray as well. Yeah, as well. Do the meditation and listen, because there's been many times when I meditate and something comes to me out of the blue, and if my mind is shocked, where did that come from? Okay, if something comes to me and I go, really? What? Like that? That wasn't me. That was someone else, or a spirit or a guide saying, Allison, this. And I hear it and I go, oh, and it's surprising to me because it's new to my mind, it's new to my psyche. Okay, so that's how you can tell when things come to mind and it's not just a thought, it's communication. Now, here is the card that we have that is your state of being or your environment, and we have another 9, okay? So you got the 9 of Cups and you got the 9 of Coins, and both of these are like really good 9s, okay? 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment. The 9 of Coins is success, independent success here. However, you're in the reverse though. Okay, so this is you're experiencing a financial loss. You're experiencing some danger in your properties and in your money. There's been possibly some deception, you know, because of probably because of this person. He's the root of it. That was double dealing, you know, that was dishonesty, scandal, right? This is a crafty person. So now you're not an independent person. This is the card of the single independent person, whether it's a feminine or not. We have this this is the rider figure that is on the 9 of Coins, and she's very opulent and she's rich. She's not a queen, she's not the empress, but she is self-made, she's strong-minded, and she has everything that she needs except a counterpart, which she can have if she wants. But anyway, so this is you in the reverse. So this is like you're not independent right now. You're having some financial trouble. But we already knew that, didn't we? This is your fear card, and this is the 3 of Wands, fire energy again, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now you'll see that these guys, they're all working together. Isn't this a cute card? This is when 3 is the number of manifestation. It's also the number of Mary, by the way. But this is a collaboration type deal. It's teamwork. And it can be happy. Sometimes it's waiting for your ships to come in. Sometimes it's where you have to make a decision. Yeah, but this is a collaboration. So you know what? I think that you don't want to collaborate with somebody on something here. This is your fear. You don't want to work with others. You don't want to work. Yeah, you just don't want to work with others. You don't like it. Maybe you don't want to have to go back and get a job if maybe you were the boss in something that you were trying out, you know. And Capricorn, you're the entrepreneur, okay? So of course you want to be the boss. It's what you were made to do, you know. But, you know, I'm not judging you for not wanting to work with other people. I don't judge anybody for anything. So here we have the potential outcome, and I say potential because we all have free will, but this is the strongest potential, and this is the world. This is the end. You've got, I kind of love it when this happens, but you've got the beginning of the major arcana, and now you've got the end here, okay? This is going to happen first, though, because you've got to have the end of the cycle, which is what this is. This is a portal. You see, that's why it's always a, you know, just like the 0. Okay, you see? It's very much like the 0. It's a portal. We go through a portal when we're born, and we go through portals when cycles end. And this is what you want. You want this current cycle to end, this current spiritual cycle, so that this new one can come in. This larger than life, I just heard, larger than life, because of, you know, if this is a lion, have you ever seen how large lions are? Then this is a very tall person. This is like an 18-foot giant here, okay? So this is larger than life. This is a big spiritual path. And there is this element of travel going on here. So that's what the Fool does as well. The Fool will travel. What else did you have travel? Six of Swords down here. So you may be about to travel the world as well, because these cards can mean more than one thing. Yes, it's the end of the cycle, but mixed with all this travel stuff going on here, you may be traveling the world. Woo! Now, I had to put the bottom of the deck way over here, and I put this little stone down here to tell me that this is in the reverse, to remind me rather. So the underlying energy that you have here is the Ten of Swords, and all tens are endings, okay? Now, the Ten of Swords is all about, like, it's all over, you know, like the dawn is coming. Here, I'm looking at this little book that came with this so that, okay, so let me just show you. 3 women dressed in black wail and scratch their cheeks. They are hired mourners at a funeral. So that's what's going on here, that these women are doing. Most of the time what you'll see is somebody laying there and they're stabbed in the back with 10 swords, and they but it's over. This is the end of all the backstabbing and betrayal. However, this is in the reverse for you. So this means benefit, profit, temporary gain, improvement, passing success, temporary favor, momentary advantage. So this is the underlying energy on this whole reading. That you, like, I did sense that you had a certain amount of success here, but it was only temporary. So this is what this is trying to tell you. It was only temporary because now you're going on to a bigger than life, a bigger path. Holy crap. All right, so like I said, I'm going to pull only one card from my new Mother Mary deck here by Alana Fairchild. I love it. I love it. Let's see what you get. And maybe I won't cry when I read it, but we'll just have to see. I hope all you lovely mothers have a very beautiful Mother's Day where you are appreciated and feel very loved. All right. Mother Mary, please give me one card for Capricorn. Mother Mary, Capricorn is about to go on a very... Okay. I did not even have to finish my sentence. And lucky for me, today I've got my card picker-upper. Oh man, I'm pushing it away. All right. Our Lady of Blessing bestowed. Our Lady of Blessing bestowed. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's 26. 2 plus 6 is 8, and 8 is eternity. I think that has something to do with what's up for you. Oops, went to the wrong one. Okay, I'll try to hold this in the frame while I read it to you. Kind of looks like she's waving high, but she's bestowing a blessing. I am offering you a spiritual gift now, the gift of heavenly blessing. This blessing may come through a person, place, or thing, or spring forth from within your own heart, unfolding like a blooming rose. I ask that you trust me because in receiving this blessing, things will change. Oh, things will change. Stuck in a rut, right? The changes are a shedding of that which would hold you back from fully receiving my blessing. Oh, my blessing asks you to have trust and courage as I help you leap into your divine fulfillment more swiftly than you could do on your own. Wow. A blessing sounds like a marvelous happening, and it is. However, we can forget that divine energy, which is concentrated like spiritual vitamins, will cause healing, and this may move circumstances and situations along, often at a rapid pace. Yes, this is a spiritual path. A blessing is like a divine volcanic eruption from within our heart. It can start with a rumble, but when the time is right, we are ignited and cannot be held back from an explosion of divine love that might change everything that is in the way of our next heavenly steps upon the earth. Rest assured that a blessing from the Holy Mother is only given when we can handle it, though you can also expect that there will be times, as the blessing begins its work, when you may wonder if you are really up to what you feel is being asked of you. Oh, yep, you may doubt yourself at times, questioning if you can really handle what is happening in your life without falling apart completely. You will succeed, through the Holy Mother's grace, of course, but sometimes you might wonder if you aren't just cracking up inside to be broken apart, never to be repaired. This is a sign that we are really growing, and especially outgrowing a past that is too small for our soul's future. With all this challenge, we might ask ourselves if we really want a blessing at all. However, a blessing is an absolutely priceless treasure. It clears karmic debris that would keep us stuck, perhaps for a long time or even lifetimes. Wow! Karmic debris that's keeping you stuck. Karmic, this person, this King of Cups here, this is a karmic relationship. A blessing not only rips off a band-aid, but is a zap of healing energy that may feel uncomfortable for a relatively short time, but it is essentially just the workings of life force restoring a wound to wellness. As we heal spiritually, our wants and needs can change, sometimes quite dramatically. We might outgrow some relationships or life situations as this happens. Other relationships or life situations will be able to bear the change and come with us. Either way, a blessing speeds up and intensifies this process and helps us accomplish in a short time what may have taken much more effort over a longer period. It is a helping hand up to our next level of awareness and embodied consciousness by the divine. Although given freely, the grace of the blessing is that it happens when the time is right, not a moment too soon or too late. This oracle is coming to you because the time is right for you, and this blessing is being offered to you now, whether you understand its ultimate purpose or not. We don't have to know what a blessing is that a blessing is happening for it to work its magic, though of course it can be nice to know that the divine is taking over if, suddenly, things go awry before they fall into place in a new way. Our role is to be honest and present with our feelings and let the chips fall where they will, so to speak. You are giving permission for the divine to take over your life direction for a moment, trusting in the greater wisdom and perspective of the Holy Mother and her unconditional love for you and her passionate desire for your spiritual liberation. With the onset of this blessing, you might have a subtle reorientation, or you might suddenly feel like you were heading in a very different direction. Either way is perfect for you. Trust. All will be well. And soon the chaos of change will be replaced with great joy, gratitude, and even deeper loving trust in the tender genius of the Divine Mother's grace. Wow. All right, so what I'm getting is that, yeah, you are about to get on an even more spiritual path if you were on a spiritual path already. If you were not on the spiritual path, you were about to get on it. I feel like, yes, this comes through the blessings that she's talking about are these things that are uncomfortable. This experience, I said that this is this living, being in a rut right now and unable to create any change from this questionable situation that this King of Cups in reverse created for you here. This is a major energy. This is the lesson. This is the blessing. What? Yes, this is the blessing. This uncomfortable crap that you're going through is the blessing. Spirit wants us to be grateful for everything, and that includes the hard times. It includes the challenges that we go through, because like she says in the book here, what it's ultimately doing is healing you spiritually. And so this is a blessing. So you may experience some more feelings of being uncomfortable, or, she even said that sometimes it may feel like you can't take it anymore, but you will. You will get through this. You do have victory and happiness, wish fulfillment coming your way. You're going to become larger than life, larger than you ever thought you could be. All right, Capricorn, you only have 2 major arcana cards here. That's how I know how much control you have over this situation. So 2 out of 10 cards means this is very much in your control here. However, pay attention. Oh, I'm sorry, you've got 3 major arcana cards. The Tower, the Fool, and the World here. Still, mostly in your control. But just pay attention to this reverse Tower. This is your blessing. Okay? And when you learn this lesson and you overcome it and you have victory, then this Fool, this new path is also your blessing once this blessing of this cycle closes out for you. So the theme here for you, Capricorn, is all of this is working for you, not to you. And you're going to become much better for it. All right? Don't forget to please don't forget to subscribe, and check out my books. They are my divine blueprint. My higher self told me that I was going to write a series of books that were going to teach certain aspects of the path to enlightenment, or the spiritual path, but in an entertaining and also hard-hitting story. We can relate with these characters. So please give my books a shot, and that's what I have for you at this time. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. See you next time.